Today, we become legends.
There's a lot of new stuff and changes to old stuff coming with Season 9 of Smite, so if you're looking for a quick rundown of everything that's going on in the new season, you're in the right place. If you're excited for Season 9, then hit that sub button to catch all my Season 9 content coming to the channel, but without further ado, let's jump in. Tier 4 items are coming to Smite in the new season. There are only 5, one designated for each class/role. They offer no extra stats, but do come with one of 2 unique effects based on which one you pick. The items getting Tier 4 status so far are Heartward Amulet, Breastplate of Valor, Deathbringer, Jotun's Wrath, and Rod of Tahuti. These items cost 600 gold to upgrade to from one of the Tier 3 items into the Tier 4 that's available for them. Currently there are just 5 of these, so I expect them to be auto builds on most characters that can use the base Tier 3 item well already, and may even cross roles given their absurd power level. There may be more Tier 4s coming throughout the season to give more variety, but as of right now there are just these 5. If you want more detail on these, check out my video I've got on them already that goes into more depth. Link for that will be down below. But moving on, we also have a huge relic system overhaul in Season 9, which not only rebalances a ton of existing relics, but also adds new Tier 3 upgrade variants to all of them. You still get your free relics at level 1 and 12 as usual. The upgraded versions are now the middle stage of like the Tier 2 for the relic and cost 300 gold to upgrade now instead of 500. And the Tier 3 variants sit above those just like an item, and they cost 800 gold to buy from the Tier 2 for 1100 gold in total for a Tier 3 relic. Most of these new Tier 3 relics are designed so that one upgrade is a beefed up version of the initial Tier 2 but with a better, similar effect, and the other upgrade is a wildcard that usually comes with a very unique effect unlike the rest of the relic. Take Shell for example. The Tier 1 and Tier 2 are still the same as old Shell, but at Tier 3 you can choose either Fortifying Shell, which gives bonus damage mitigation and movement speed to allies when the Shell effect ends, or you can get Phantom Shell, which is the old Phantom effect, but on Shell. Not all Tier 3 relics are old effects reused though, that was more of a niche case. In fact, most are completely new effects, like Heroic Aegis storing the damage you take and releasing it afterwards, or Sundering Siphon linking you to a target while you drain their life. If you want more detail on all the new Tier 3 relics in Season 9, check out my more in-depth video linked down below. So let's talk a bit about the new game mode that is replacing Clash and Siege in Season 9, that of course being Slash. This mode aims to incorporate elements of both Clash and Siege into one map, one mode. It's 5v5 and is more similar to Clash than Siege in terms of map structure at least, with the 5v5 on 2 lanes with minimal jungle, 2 side objectives and a fairly open middle area. Though admittedly the middle area is slightly less open than it was in Clash. The Siege Juggernauts have been rebranded as Apophis's Chosen Juggernauts, which are a moving camp that spawns in 4 different locations around the map and will provide a Juggernaut to the team that defeats it, helping them push their lanes forward as it has worked in Siege for a long time. These locations are the 2 side areas in the middle of the map, so these are neutral locations, and each team has 1 spawn location in their half of the map which are like safe spawns. Apophis the boss still exists though and will remain as the main jungle boss of the mode, providing a huge buff for your team if you can kill it. To me, Slash looks like Clash but with a bit of a Mayan theme and Siege Juggernauts added to it. It definitely bears a stronger resemblance to Clash than it does to Siege, which makes a bit of sense given the player-based diff. There's also been a large overhaul of Conquest visual design as well as a few gameplay changes. This is not a new map, it's mostly the same but with a new visual theme and a few added features. Given we had an entirely new map in Season 8, I imagine it will be Season 10 or 11 at the earliest when we get a completely new one. The Obelisk is a new important objective added to the jungle on the Season 9 map though. The Obelisk becomes active at 4 minutes in and marks jungle camps for your team to kill. Kill 7 of these offering camps and you get a powerful jungle buff that gives either 25 HP 5 to all allies if no enemies are close to you, or will fire lightning at enemies if they are close to you, dealing % max health damage. There are of course minor camp health, protections, XP and gold changes, but the Obelisk is the only major gameplay change you need to be looking for coming into the Season 9 Conquest map. Though of course with the Tier 4 items, new relics and all the other stuff that's been going on, I'm sure the meta will be shaken up a fair bit. Speaking of, here's a quick rundown of the buffs and nerfs to gods in the Season 9 patch. If you're interested in looking for if a god you specifically want to see buffed or nerfed is on here, you can pause the video right now. But here are the items, here's what's changed for those. Some items were just shifts or side grades and they'll be marked in yellow. We also saw a large crit adjustment in Season 9 to reduce the randomness factor of landing a crit. Basically, the more times in a row you don't land a crit, you're more likely to land one on the next hit, and the more times you do land a crit in a row, you're less and less likely to keep landing them. Base crit chance is still the best way to crit more, but the new system will have an effect in reducing long crit streaks and long streaks without a crit. Crit damage was also blanket nerfed from 2 times damage to 1.75 times damage instead, so these crit item buffs that are on the screen right now will probably make a bit more sense. Arena and Joust are both getting passive XP and gold increases to encourage more late game interactions before the game's just over at that point, and Hi-Rez announced that the current Joust map we have will be the one we're sticking with for the foreseeable future. There will be several new gods coming in Season 9. Shiva is the only confirmed one who will be coming in patch 9.2 just after the initial launch of the season. The other gods are not confirmed, but as always we got a short teaser video to speculate on, and popular opinion right now is that we're getting some or all of these gods. The Jade Emperor, Lancelot or Gwaine, Robin Hood, Odysseus or Ishtar, Maui, and Maman Brigitte. Again, this is all speculation, and while some are pretty clear cut, others are more elusive in terms of what god they could actually be. Definitely take a look at the god release trailer on the official Smite YouTube channel for your own take. And finally, here are all the new skins coming in Season 9. Apollo is getting a remodel, and that's why he's got new mastery skins and stuff for him here. Hopefully this helped you out in understanding what Season 9 has to offer in a fairly quick video. Be sure to subscribe for more if you enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you guys in another one later on. Have a great day, and peace out, you nerds.